What is going on, everybody? I am Rob Westerman III of GBP Daily, and thank you for tuning in to the Rob Westerman Show. You can find me all over social media at GBP Daily, and if you are not already, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. I would greatly appreciate it. Like the video, throw a comment down in the comments section. Any interaction with the channel goes a long way in helping me. I really appreciate that. It is Saturday, November 30th. Happy Saturday, everybody. Hope you had a great Thanksgiving, spending time with the family, eating some good food, and most importantly, watching the Packers get a massive win over the Miami Dolphins on Thanksgiving night with a final score of 30-17. I had the pleasure of being at the game. The atmosphere was great. The game was even better from start to finish. The Packers had control of this one, and with a 24-3 lead at the half, it was fun to sit back and enjoy some Packers football at Lambeau Field. Jordan had himself another solid day, 21-28 passing, 274 passing yards, 2 touchdowns. Josh Jacobs did a little bit of everything on Thursday with 19 carries for 43 yards and a touchdown on the ground. Through the air, 4 catches for 74 yards. I've said it week after week. But Josh Jacobs has been an absolute game changer for us this year. And I love me some Aaron Jones. I do. It was one of my favorite Packers. But I think Josh Jacobs is the best back we have had since, I don't know, the Amon Green days, possibly. Josh Jacobs is an absolute dog. I love watching him play for us. Tucker Kraft with another great game. That man is hard to tackle. 6 catches, 78 yards on the night. And Christian Watson, 2 catches, 67 yards, and a pass breakup, which prevented a interception that bounced off of Dontavian Wicks. Jaden Reed, although he only had 3 catches for 24 yards, he also had 2 touchdowns on the day, along with a nice run on the jet sweep to keep the drive rolling. Isaiah McDuffie had 10 tackles and a forced fumble. McDuffie was questionable, and as Coach said, they did not know going into Thursday night if he would actually play or not. And he ends up going and then ends up having a great game. So shout out to Isaiah McDuffie balling out on Thursday. All right, without further ado, the time you have been waiting for, Nicolet Law hotline is now live. Give me a call and join the show. You got a Packers question, comment, anything Packers related. I want to hear it. Give me a call and join the show on the Nicolet Law hotline. Number is on the screen, 319-242-2332. Give me a call. Join the show. Let's talk some Packers. Chat is already firing up. BRN over Instagram, 24-3 was a tough hill to climb for Miami. Absolutely, 24-3 at half. That drive right before halftime was huge. They have the ball with time to go down and score, but instead, we get the ball back, go down and hit a field goal to go up 24-3. Huge game-changing drive by our defense to get that stop. It was nice. Got to just sit back and chill, watch some football, Lambeau Field, not really stressing out about anything. So it was great. Thank you, BRN, for hopping in the chat. My man Nick in the chat. What's up with the new camera angle change? Trying something new? Just kind of experimenting, right? What do you like better, Nick? Do you like the close-up view? Do you like seeing my beautiful face? Or would you rather see the farther away view that kind of shows the desk as I did early on? Let me know what you're thinking. The Oper in the chat is Bankert joke. I would assume you're referring to Kurt Bankert. I personally enjoy his content. I think it's pretty funny. I think it's pretty informative. I know his predictions on or his commentary on other football stuff gets a lot of flack, but I don't have an issue with it. So he loves the Packers still, even after not being with them, even after getting cut by them a couple years back. So I don't have a problem with Kurt Benkert. What do we got, my man James on Facebook? That punt that they muffed really got the offense fired up, James. That was massive. Holy cow. Keyshawn Nixon has a great return to start the game, gets to midfield, and the Packers offense does absolutely nothing with it. Pretty disheartening drive to open up the game. But thankfully, Daniel Whelan skies one. And, yeah, the Dolphins returner muffs it. We recover, and then, boom, Jaden Reed gets a touchdown on 3rd and goal. Absolutely kickstarted the offense on Thursday night. James, appreciate you hopping in the chat, my man. Hope you had a great Thanksgiving. Enjoy your Saturday evening. What else we got? Nick Beagle, my man. Quay Walker has looked nice. Hopefully he can keep it up. Guy's a freak athlete. I just think his football IQ is his biggest issue. Quay Walker has had a great string of games these last couple games since the Chicago game. I know he had a rough game against the Bears a couple weeks back, but these last 2 games, he's been balling out, and he knows he's been struggling so far this year. He talked about it after the game on Thursday night, just talking about, hey, I'm my own worst critic, talking about thinking too much, and yeah, he's kind of starting to put it all together. So rooting for Quay Walker. Love to see him balling out, and we need him to. We absolutely need him to. Aaron, great way to end the half. Get the ball down the field and score some points. Absolutely. What do you know about post-concussion Quay Walker? He is balling out, right, Nick? You love to see it. Marshawn, Tucker Kraft is easily my favorite player to watch right now. Marshawn, I don't think you're alone with that one. It seems like every time he makes a catch, he forces at least one missed tackle. He's been the best tight end we've had in a long time. And to think when Musgrave comes back, we'll have another weapon at tight end to throw in the mix. We're going to be cooking come playoff time. That is for sure. Thank you, Marshawn. Have yourself a great Saturday night. Lisa, Jordan starting to heat up at the perfect time. Reminds me of last year. Lisa, he has been great since the bye week. I really think the injuries were holding him back, though, through the first half of the season. I posted this earlier on the socials about his stats over the last 3 games. Jordan, since the bye week, is 47 of 68 passing, 698 passing yards, 6 touchdowns, just 1 interception. I know a lot of you haters don't like that one, and a 120.8 passer rating. Also, Packers are 3-0 since the bye. So exactly what we would like to see at this point in the season with him starting to get comfortable. He's healthy, really starting to play like the second half of last year, and it's coming at the perfect time. Lisa, thanks for hopping in the chat. Have a great Saturday evening. James, my man, over on Facebook. I'm really excited for our defense this year. Man, I love watching our defense. They have been pretty opportunistic. And outside of those few weeks where we didn't have turnovers, it seems like we can always expect at least 1 a game. So Xavier McKinney balling out. D-line getting some action this last weekend. 5 sacks. That's insane. So defense is balling out. Quay Walker's playing well. We're missing a couple guys too, so it's only going to get better. Edgerrin Cooper, Jair Alexander, to name just a few. Once we get those guys back, we're going to be really cooking with gas. So, James, I'm with you. Pumped about our defense, and I think that's kind of the difference between this year and last year as far as making a run in the postseason is we can rely on our defense, and they're fun to watch. So, thank you, James. Appreciate you tuning into the show. What else we got? Nick, I can't wait for Coop to come back. If Quay keeps up his play, we're going to have a great middle linebacker room with 2 young studs. Absolutely. Edgerrin Cooper, Quay Walker. If Quay Walker is going to keep playing like he does these last 2 games, once Edgerrin Cooper comes back, that's going to be a pretty good room. And, yeah, we just got to hope Edgerrin can come back sooner rather than later. He had the hamstring injury during practice last week. We all know how those hamstring injuries go. We just don't know how long it'll take. So hopefully sooner than later for Edgerrin Cooper to come back. That is for sure. All right, let's get the fact of the day rolling, shall we? It is a pretty funny one and a pretty good one, if I don't say so myself.
It's time for your Green Bay Packers Fact of the Day, brought to you by TickPick. TickPick guarantees to have the lowest prices on Packers tickets. If you find cheaper tickets elsewhere, TickPick will give you 110% of your money back. If you want $20 off your next ticket order, use the code Packers20 at checkout. That's Packers20. This promo code can only be used in the app, so be sure to download the TickPick app today.
All right, your fact of the day. Shout out to Andy Herman for this little note. The Packers are 4-1 since bringing on Robert Saleh as a consultant, and the Jets, meanwhile, are 1-5 since firing him. One more time because it's so sweet. The Packers 4-1 since bringing on Robert Saleh as a consultant. Meanwhile, the Jets are 1-5 since firing him. So shout out to Robert Saleh, and shout out to TickPick for partnering up with myself. I've used them. I would never promote something that I am not 100% on board with personally. So download the app, use the code Packers20 at checkout for $20 off your ticket order. I use them for my tickets for the game this past Thursday. I used them earlier in the year for the Packers-Cardinals game. They guarantee the cheapest tickets on the market. And if you find cheaper tickets elsewhere, they will give you 110% of your money back. They put their money where their mouth is. So download the TickPick app, use the code Packers20 at checkout for $20 off your ticket order. What else we got? Nick, what do you think about drafting a corner in the first round this year or possibly trading for one? I obviously want to hold on to Jair, and it's night and day when he plays, but man, he's hurt a lot. He is hurt a lot, unfortunately. Yes, he has missed more than 50% of the snaps since 2021, which is insane. We all know that he wants to be out there more than anybody else, but the injuries are really hurting him. So hopefully, like you said, it's night and day when he's out there. And if we can just keep on rolling here until the postseason, when he will most likely return, hopefully by then, hopefully he'll be back by then. Because, yeah, it is night and day different when he is out there. Thank you, Nick. As far as drafting a corner in the first round, I wouldn't mind it. Love me a cornerback is my favorite position in football. So first round cornerback, I would take it. Absolutely. I'm not sure about trading for one. I am not as informed, at least at the moment, on who would be available, how much guys cost. Obviously, there's a ton that goes into that. But, yeah, we need some good corners. I thought we were going to get kind of eating our lunch last Thursday night against Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle, Jonnu Smith. Jonnu had himself a great game. I mean, most of those passing yards were in the second half for the Dolphins as a whole. Excuse me. Been a long week. Sorry. But yeah, anytime we get a corner, I'll take it, especially in the first round. Thank you, Nick. Appreciate you. Jordan Love is the GOAT, my man Axel in the chat. Victor! Go, Pack, go. What's your record prediction for the rest of the Packers season? Well, we're 9-3 right now. We got 5 games left. Let me see here. Let's pull up the schedule here so I can give you a super informed answer here. All right, so we got Lions this Thursday in Detroit. Chalk that up as a win. I really am confident about this one. A win against the Detroit, that puts us at 10-3. The Seahawks game, I think, honestly, is a toss-up. I think we lose that one. If I'm a betting man. I can't see us winning 5 straight. I would love that. But then you add on the 4 that we need in the playoffs. 9 straight is very, very hard to do. So bear with me here. It's not a huge deal if we drop one of these next 5, kind of break some things up. Because that a 9-game winning streak, if we win the remaining 5 and then the 4 in the playoffs, 9 games is very hard to do. So I'm doing us a favor in predicting a loss there. But predicting a win next Thursday, loss against Seattle, win against the Saints on Monday night in Lambeau, win against the Vikings in Minnesota, on New Year's Eve, and then a win against the Bears to cap off the season. So I think we go 4-1 over the next over the next 5 games. So that puts us at 13-4. That'd be insane. 13-4. I will take that every single year. Victor, thanks for hopping in. What's your prediction? Let me know in the chat here. What else we got? Tristan, hope you enjoyed the game. I was loud and proud and cold. Tristan, we had a great time. We hit up Republic Chop House on Wednesday night, downtown Green Bay, and grabbed some breakfast at the Pancake Place on game day morning, and then boom, game time all of a sudden. We were actually sitting inside for the game. We had a 3-year-old, my daughter, and then my 1-month-old niece with us. So sitting outside was not an option for our group on Thursday. It was a blast. The snow flurries made for a perfect setting. And, of course, the game itself was great. Controlled it from start to finish. My brother and sister-in-law who were with us were actually Dolphins fans, so they unfortunately did not get to have as great of a time watching their squad, but I know they had a great time as well. But overall, perfect way to spend Thanksgiving. That is for sure. What else we got? Hoorah from Ontario, California. What's going on, Jack? Appreciate you hopping in the chat. Nick, hoping the Vikings lose some. And we keep the streak going. We're the 6th seed, and we'd more than likely have Detroit in the divisional. Call me a duck, but I'd rather play someone else. Nick, there is no other team I would want to send home than the Detroit Lions right now. I'd love to send home the Vikes for sure, but I think with how it shapes out, we probably wouldn't see them until later on in the playoffs. Correct me if I'm wrong. I know things change a lot as far as the playoff seedings and how all that works, but I would love to go play Detroit in the playoffs in Detroit if that were to be the case and send them home. They're getting pretty cocky, and so are their fans. So we kind of got to remind them, like we will on Thursday, who the boss really is in the North, and that, of course, is us. So, yeah, Vikings, Lions, would love to send either of them home. I think a tough matchup would be the Eagles in the playoffs. And they most likely would have the higher seed, at least how it stands right now. There's a lot of games left. But if we had to go out to Philadelphia and play the Eagles in the playoffs, that would be a tough game. Excuse me. Man, like I said, I've been gone in a bunch. Long week. That is for sure. Thank you, Nick, for hopping in. Ike, confidence level for the Lions game next week. I'm feeling pretty good, Ike. I was just talking about it. I think we're clashing with them at the perfect time. They should have at least gone to overtime against the Bears last week if the Bears wouldn't have pulled such a bear move. But our defense is balling out. Offense is moving the ball at will. And I just think it's our time, like I said, to show them what's up. Similar to what we did last year in Detroit on Thanksgiving. So give me Packers 33, Lions 26. I think our offense keeps on rolling. Defense forces a couple turnovers, and yeah, we get the upset. So I'll take it. All right, folks, that is going to do it for me today as far as the show goes. But as you know, the content never stops. I'm always posting anything Packers related all day long, so be sure to be following at GBP Daily on every social platform. If you are not already, it would mean a ton if you could subscribe to my YouTube channel at GBP Daily as well. I'll be back and at it again tomorrow, so I look forward to seeing you all then. And until then, I will catch you guys later. Thank you.